Narcissists are known for their self-centered behavior and lack of empathy towards others. They are also very manipulative, trying to control situations and influence people to their advantage. If you find yourself dealing with a narcissist, it can feel like you're stuck in a one-sided relationship. However, there are strategies that can help you turn the tables on the narcissist and regain your power. To effectively counter a narcissist, you need to first delve into the complexities of their behavior. Narcissists are not just self-centered, they have an exaggerated sense of self-importance that borders on delusion. They perceive themselves as superior beings and expect others to treat them accordingly. Narcissists also have an insatiable craving for attention and admiration. They constantly seek validation and praise from others to reinforce their inflated self-view. This excessive need for recognition often leads them to monopolize conversations, exaggerate their achievements, and dismiss or belittle the accomplishments of others. Another striking characteristic of narcissists is their lack of empathy. They do not care about the feelings of others, making it difficult for them, if not impossible, to form genuine connections. Moreover, narcissists are frequently preoccupied with fantasies about success, power, brilliance, beauty, or the perfect mate. They daydream about achieving unattainable goals and expect others to support these unrealistic expectations. They also believe they deserve special treatment and will manipulate situations and people to fit their fantasy world. By understanding these traits, you can better anticipate a narcissist's actions and reactions. This knowledge equips you with the tools to navigate interactions with them strategically. One of the most effective ways to turn the tables on a narcissist is to set clear, firm boundaries. This involves establishing what behaviors you will and will not tolerate. This can be challenging as narcissists often react negatively to boundaries, but standing firm and acting consistently can help you regain control of the situation. The first step is to think about what matters most to you, and to then define your boundaries clearly. These boundaries could be related to how you want to be treated, what you are willing to discuss, and what actions you will not tolerate. It's important to be specific and concrete when setting these boundaries. For instance, instead of saying, "I don't want to be disrespected," say, "I will not tolerate being yelled at or belittled." Once you've defined your boundaries, the next step is to communicate them to the narcissist. This can be a difficult conversation to have, but it's crucial for establishing the ground rules of your relationship. Be assertive and direct in your communication, and avoid getting drawn into arguments or negotiations about your boundaries. Remember, these are non-negotiables that protect your well-being. Setting and communicating your boundaries won't mean much if you don't enforce them. Narcissists will test and push your boundaries, so it's important to be firm and consistent in your responses. If a narcissist crosses a boundary, call out the behavior immediately and reiterate your expectation. If necessary, follow through with any consequences you've identified for boundary violations. The final stage in turning the tables on a narcissist is to maintain your boundaries over time. This means consistently enforcing your boundaries, even when faced with resistance or backlash. It's also important to revisit and revise your boundaries as needed. Over time, maintaining your boundaries will help shift the power dynamic in your relationship with a narcissist, allowing you to protect your interests and emotional health. The gray rock method is another strategic approach that is very useful when you are dealing with a narcissist. The name of this method is derived from the concept of becoming as uninteresting and emotionally unresponsive as a gray rock. In essence, you aim to present yourself as dull and non-stimulating to the narcissist. The first step in implementing the gray rock method involves emotional detachment. This means not providing any emotional reaction to the narcissist's attempts to provoke or engage you. It's crucial to remember that narcissists thrive on emotional reactions. They often use these reactions to manipulate situations in their favor. By refusing to provide this emotional response, you deny them the fuel they need to assert control. The second step involves limiting your engagement with the narcissist. This doesn't mean ignoring them completely, but rather minimizing your interactions and keeping conversations short, mundane, and devoid of personal details. The less interesting you seem, the less likely the narcissist will be to seek you out for their emotional supply. Avoid getting drawn into arguments or debates with the narcissist. Remember, their goal is to elicit an emotional response from you. By refusing to argue, you again deny them the opportunity to manipulate the situation. Instead, respond to any attempts to bait you into an argument with neutral, non-committal statements. The final step in the gray rock method is consistency. It's vital to maintain your emotionally non-reactive stance over time. Narcissists may increase their attempts to provoke you when they realize their usual tactics are not working. Hold firm in your approach, and over time, they are likely to lose interest and shift their focus elsewhere. If all else fails, go no contact. There are times when, despite your best efforts to manage interactions with a narcissist, the situation remains toxic and draining. In these instances, it may be best to consider the no-contact approach. The no-contact method is exactly what it sounds like: complete cessation of all forms of contact with the narcissist. This includes phone calls, text messages, emails, social media interactions, and face-to-face meetings. Navigating relationships and interactions with a narcissist can be challenging and mentally exhausting. However, strategies such as the gray rock method, yellow rock method, and ultimately, the no-contact approach provide powerful tools in managing these situations. Turning the tables on a narcissist is less about winning a battle and more about reclaiming your peace of mind. Prioritize your emotional health, nurture your resilience, and remember, you have the strength to navigate this challenge successfully. For more information about narcissists and narcissistic abuse, visit www.carlacorelli.com.